Yeah, I'm Vincent Lyons. I'm the incident commander of the Hullcar Mountain Wildfire, located northwest of Armstrong. Yeah, the fire was started by a lightning strike on the evening of Sunday, August 4th. We initially dispatched an initial attack crew to it. Due to the location and difficult access on the hillside, we weren't able to contain it that evening. When I arrived Monday morning, I estimated the fire to be about 30 hectares in size. It's a west-facing slope, a very steep slope. So the primary driver of the fire behavior and growth that first day was due to the slope of the fire. We did have winds that were also pushing the fire towards the southwest, towards the communities down there. By the end of that first day, the fire was approximately 100 hectares. Throughout the first 2 days of the incident, we had significant aviation resources on the fire. 3 to 4 heavy lift helicopters, along with a medium helicopter. And then we had a bird dog officer with groups of 4 to 10 skimmers, as well as a long-term retardant that we were actioning the fire with. Despite all those resources, we still saw significant fire behavior and significant fire growth on Monday, August 5th and Tuesday, August 6th. The morning of August 7th, we had managed to contain the west and south flanks of the fire and had brought resources to the top to work on beginning to contain the northern and eastern flanks of the fire. The east flank was the most difficult one for us to contain just due to the Slack Creek drainage that presented significant challenges for crews. We weren't able to go direct on that side due to the steep draw. It would have required a significant investment of both time and resources, as well as an elevated safety risk to the crews on the ground. So with that, we used aviation resources to keep the fire cool, to not allow any significant growth while we established a new machine guard and prepared for a planned ignition. It took about 36 hours to prepare from the time that we had the plan to putting the machine guard, building the ignition plan, and plumbing the line in on the ground. On Friday, August 9th, we were prepared to do the burn, but due to unfavorable weather conditions, we elected to not do the burn that day as we weren't confident in its success. We reevaluated when we returned on Saturday, August 10th. We had favorable conditions that day to achieve the burn, so we moved our resources into place. We had a unit crew, an ignition specialist, and multiple water tenders to provide the holding team with their water delivery. We started at the north end of the fire using hand ignitions from the guard and a holding crew on the guard as well, just to keep the green side humid and wet to ensure nothing spotted over. In addition to the ground crews, we also had a helicopter monitoring from the air to ensure that if something did cross the guard, we had eyes on it as quick as possible. We had helicopters on standby in case we needed them, but we didn't require any helicopters to achieve this burn. The burn was completed by 1700 that evening, and then we had crews on site to monitor through the evening and overnight as well. The next day, we began mop-up along the entire eastern flank. My goal from the start has been to reduce or remove the evacuation orders and alerts to get people back in their homes. Completing this planned ignition allowed us to change the status of the fire to being held and accelerate the timeline for reducing evac orders and alerts. Yeah, this is a particularly difficult fire for the crews on the ground. So I just want to thank all of our local crews, our contract crews, and our international partners as well for all the assistance on this fire. We were able to utilize local contractors and equipment operators to achieve containment on this fire as quickly as possible. Without them, it could have been a very different outcome. Yeah, this fire has moved into a mop-up stage now, where we'll be utilizing more Type 2 and 3 resources to continue pushing deeper and deeper into the fire.